He broke his father's last clock the night they fought. 15 years later, a woman brings it back to his shop, still broken, still silent. But when he touches it, he hears his father's voice. His only fear, the ever-sacred voice. If you've ever felt like the world moved on without you, if you've ever wondered where the old version of you disappeared to, stay with me. This story might remind you how to find your way back. You can almost hear it before you see it. A single stubborn tick echoing through a room that smells of oil and dust and old wood. This is Hale and Sons Timepieces, a workshop forgotten by time itself. Outside, the world races forward. Inside, the past refuses to move. Inside, a man works alone. Samuel Hale, 35 years old, bent shoulders, calloused hands, eyes that stopped meeting mirrors years ago. Every morning, the same ritual. Unlock the door, no one enters. Turn on the lamp, no one sees. Fix the things no one cares about. He wasn't always this way. His shop was once alive. His father, Thomas, used to say, "A clock isn't just metal and gears, Samuel. It's a promise. Every tick says, I'm still here. I'm still trying." Samuel believed him then. But that was before the fight, before he said the words he can't unsay, before he threw his father's masterpiece, a brass pocket watch, against the wall and watched it shatter. 3 weeks later, his father had a heart attack. They never spoke again. Now Samuel fixes other people's broken things, but he can't fix the one that matters most. It was Tuesday afternoon when the bell rang. Samuel didn't look up. He's learned not to expect much. But then a voice, soft and careful, said, "Excuse me, are you Samuel Hale?" An old woman in her 60s, gray streaking her hair, clutching something wrapped in faded velvet. Samuel gruffed, "Hello, Ma. I need your help," the old woman said. "They said you're the only one who still fixes old clocks." She unwraps the bundle slowly, like she's unveiling something sacred. And there it is. Samuel's breath catches in his throat as he sighted the brass pocket watch. Cracked down the center, hands frozen at 11:47, his father's clock, the one he destroyed, the one that's been haunting him for years. "Where did you get this?" he asked. "My husband bought it at an estate sale. He loved broken things, said they had character. He passed last year." "I found your father's name engraved inside," she replied. "Can you fix it?" the old woman asked. "I can try," Samuel whispered. He works through the night, cleaning rust, replacing springs, aligning teeth so small you need a magnifying glass to see them. But every time he winds it, nothing. The balance wheel shudders, then dies. Hours bleed into each other. His back aches, his eyes burn, his hands shake with exhaustion. And all he can hear is his own voice from 15 years ago. "You care more about these stupid clocks than you do about me." His father's face, the hurt in his eyes, the watch hitting the wall. He whispers into the empty shop, "Why can't I fix you?" He leans back, closes his eyes, and somewhere between exhaustion and surrender, he falls asleep. And then he hears it, a faint, rhythmic tick. Not from any clock around him, but from the one inside his dream. He's standing in the workshop again, but it's brighter now. The shelves are full. The air smells of varnish and coffee. And across the table stands his father, alive, smiling, just as he was 15 years ago. "You think discipline means never breaking down? You're wrong. It means showing up even when your hands shake. You've been running from failure, Samuel. But failure isn't what stops the clock. Giving up is," his father said. Samuel looks down, tears rolling from his eyes. "I tried, Dad. I really tried." "I know," his father says softly. "Then try again." He wakes with tears on his face. The shop is still, the clock's still broken, but something inside him isn't. He sits up, wipes his eyes, and picks up his tools. This time he doesn't rush. He doesn't force. He listens to the silence, to his heartbeat, to the rhythm he lost 15 years ago. He adjusts the escapement, cleans the pivots one more time, resets the spring with the gentleness of a man holding something he loves. Then he winds the key, and then tick, tick, it's alive. He closes his eyes, tears stream down his face. Samuel whispered, "I did it, Dad." For the first time in years, Samuel smiled. A small, tired smile that reached his eyes. He placed the watch on the counter, the morning light catching its polished face. Then he sat back and just listened. The shop that had been silent for so long now pulsed with life. Not just the clock, him. The rhythm of work changed. He started opening the blinds earlier, letting the sunlight in. He swept the floor, polished the windows, even oiled the door hinges. Customers began to notice, not many, just a few, but enough to remind him that the world still turned for people who showed up. One afternoon, he stood at his workbench repairing a wristwatch when the bell above the door rang again. He looked up. It was her, the same woman who'd brought the broken clock. Samuel chuckled softly. He reached beneath the counter and lifted the velvet bundle, unwrapped it carefully, and there it was, her husband's clock, ticking perfectly. Her eyes widened. "You fixed it?" He nodded. She took it in her hands, holding it close as if it were something sacred. For a moment she said nothing, only listened to it ticking, steady and calm. Then she whispered, "My husband used to say this watch reminded him of how fast life moves." He turned back to his workbench, the same bench where he'd failed, cried, and dreamed. It didn't feel like a place of defeat anymore. It felt like home. He took out a small wooden sign and placed it in the window. It read, "Hale and Son, Restorations and Repairs." He added the word son back himself. Not because he had one, but because he was one. Years later, people say that Hale and Son was the only place in town where the clocks didn't just tell time. They told stories. Sometimes on quiet mornings, Samuel would stop working, close his eyes and just listen. He didn't feel lost anymore. He didn't feel behind. He was exactly where he was supposed to be. 1 second, one repair, one heartbeat at a time. Some clocks stop and stay silent for years, but sometimes all they're waiting for is for someone to care enough to try again. If this story found you at the right time, maybe it's because you were ready to start again. Subscribe and stay a little longer. There are more stories to find you.